What's up, people? I am back. Today's video will need to adjust the camera real quick. Today's video is gonna be about it's gonna basically be another comparison video. You know, I did the Halloween one a few weeks ago, so hold on, fucking helicopter. Give it a second. Yeah, sorry about that. It's a loud ass helicopter. But yeah, this video is gonna basically be the same one with Halloween, but now I'm not gonna do Halloween. I'm gonna compare, because the same year Force Awakens came out, we got Jurassic World. So I'm gonna compare so far. I know we got one more Jurassic World movie to come, but I'm gonna compare why Jurassic did it better. Why they did the return better, and just all around, I think they just, was a better return. Real quick hit. So, Jurassic World did what Star Wars didn't do. It didn't rely on nostalgia. Jurassic World was just a nice return. You know, you had those little nods, like you had the original Jeep was set in Nublar, but Jurassic World was a new film. It wasn't just like I was rewatching Jurassic Park 1 all over again, even following the same just pace. You look at Force Awakens was nothing more than just a rehash of A New Hope. And it was clear. I mean, what Jurassic World also did too is they introduced the new characters first. They introduced Owen and Claire, and those characters in the same movie could stand on their own. None of the Disney Star Wars characters so far can even stand on their own. You know, they constantly have to rely on nostalgia. They didn't bring back like Alan Grant or Ian Malcolm the first movie. You know, you got little like name drops. Like Ian Malcolm was name dropped, or like his book was in the first movie. And and then with Fallen Kingdom, you know what else Jurassic World beating Star Wars in? I don't know if it's like this now, but for a long time, it was beating it. Jurassic World was beating Star Wars in toy sales. It was because Universal understood that kids still want to buy dinosaurs. And I think no matter how bad, like even if you didn't like Fallen Kingdom, the toys sold well is because they know, we're not going to just sell the new shit. We're going to sell the original stuff, and they understand kids want dinosaurs. It's not this excuse that people like to say, oh, kids don't buy toys. Because I'll break the it's non-related, but I'll bring this up. Marvel Legends, NECA stuff does well in Target, so the argument toys don't sell is bullshit. I think, because Star Wars used to be the king of toy sales, and they did well with Force Awakens, but then just pretty much from Last Jedi, definitely to Rise of Skywalker, the toys sales just plummeted. Like, there were so many Rose Ticos left over. There's probably a bunch of Rise of Skywalker stuff left over now. Even into 2019, you still had leftover Last Jedi stuff in certain toys stores. Even as bad as the Jurassic World toys were, like from the first movie, those sold well. Fallen Kingdom stuff sold well. You couldn't find like some of the best Rex stuff. And that's how night and day it is. Fallen Kingdom didn't pull a Last Jedi and shit on the legacy of Ian Malcolm. Ian Malcolm was only in it for a little bit, but he was the same character he was from 1 and 2. And he's actually evolved. He's still rough, but he's still the same character. And I don't have that fear going into Jurassic World 3 that he's going to be ruined. Also, Colin Trevorrow is pretty much like the maker of these movies. Yeah, he didn't direct Fallen Kingdom, but he still had probably a lot of say in it. And Colin Trevorrow was actually originally supposed to do Episode 9, but then they killed Luke, and he had a heavy disagreement with them and left. And the thing was, Colin Trevorrow, you could tell, is a fan of this franchise. you could clearly tell. You know, he's taking Spielberg's input. He's not, oh, Fallen Kingdom had heavy fucking disagreements from a lot of people. And Colin Trevorrow never went after anybody. He never shit on anybody for not liking the movie. He just said, well, we'll just wait for the next one. That shows you. You got to have that respect for the fans. And I'll give my quick thoughts. I love Jurassic World. I did a review a few years ago when I was first doing my channel. And it was a nice return. And that final battle was amazing. You had dope characters with Owen and Claire. And it was kind of cool to see how this franchise 14 years later since the last Jurassic Park was Jurassic Park 3. And then my quick review on Fallen Kingdom, since I never really did an official one. Fallen Kingdom was good. I just rewatched them both yesterday. Fallen Kingdom has little issues, but it was a nice follow-up, and the ending is very much like a Crichton book. Just the dinosaurs being let loose. And it, unlike Last Jedi, sets up a perfect third in the trilogy. Last Jedi pretty much destroys everything that was built up, and then they had to fucking scrap to make the third one. The third one, I already could tell there's so many avenues they can go with it now that the dinosaurs are loose. And, oh, another thing, Colin Trevorrow is gonna bring Ian Malcolm, Alan Grant, and Ellie Sattler back on screen. Unlike Disney, who had the opportunity to have Han, Luke, and Leia in Episode 7, and we never got to see them on screen. And we're never going to get to see it again. R.I.P. Carrie Fisher. And Mark Hamill has just retired as Luke Skywalker. Like, the lore is destroyed. Even, let's say I didn't like Fallen Kingdom, I at least know the lore isn't broken of Jurassic, It's a bad movie. I could just hopefully the next one can fix it. And it seems like it is. But I do like Fallen Kingdom. It's just a hypothetical. But there's just no care put into the Star Wars movies, but the Jurassic ones there is. It also helps that Universal did all 5 movies. This isn't like Disney they didn't do any of the actual great Star Wars films we got. The OT or the prequels. They didn't do any of those movies. Disney just saw saw Star Wars as just nothing but money. They just saw, the fanboys will eat it up anyway, so they didn't put any care into it, or none of that, And I think that's the biggest difference, and it's unfortunate, because the reason I'm comparing Jurassic and Star Wars is, those are my original first two loves. Jurassic Park was the first movie I ever watched, and Star Wars was Star Wars used to be that tier above Jurassic a little bit. But then Disney they ruined the legacy of Star Wars, where I just don't care anymore. I can't even watch the old movies. At least right now, I cannot enjoy them because I know where everything's gonna go, and the lore is very integral to Star Wars. Jurassic, not necessarily. Let's say, hypothetically, I hated the new movies, I could still just enjoy the first two as a standalone movies. Or Jurassic Park 3, I just cut that out as like it wasn't really canon. But what they're actually gonna do, they actually gonna make Jurassic Park 3 work. Unlike what Disney did, they just cut out the prequels and there was no world building. Whereas Jurassic, there is world building. You can see that growth from Jurassic Park, which no one knew about, and then into the second movie with the Rex being released in San Diego. And even in the third one, you learn more about Sona, Jurassic World. Now there's a new park, and there's people there. You see that growth, and then the fallout from Fallen Kingdom after the damage the Indominus did. And now, should these dinosaurs be released, or should they? So there's like growth throughout the 5 movies. They're not inconsistent with each other. They don't ruin lore. So I think that's why I'm more optimistic with Jurassic. And I think Jurassic is like one of the only franchises that I grew up with that really is good. Because Terminator's destroyed after Dark Fate. Predator could come back, but, Jurassic's it. That I grew up with. Halloween's a more recent, add-on. But, just wanted to get all that off my chest. I just wanted to show, you could do a great return. Star Wars could have been an amazing return, but they squandered it away because because Kathleen, it's a combination of things. Kathleen Kennedy wanted to push her fucking shitty feminist politics. It's a combination of they just saw Star Wars as nothing but dollar signs and just merch. They didn't even care. They didn't even put care into the merch. What fucking kid is gonna want to buy fucking a? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna extend this video a little bit because there's more I gotta say. Hold on, let me take a hit real quick. Let me take a hit real quick. The reason is like you look at like the way they even sell toys. You know, I'm bringing this up again because Star Wars that was their fucking bread and butter was the toys. But it just seemed like without Lucas, like you look at the stuff they're selling. Well, who wants to buy a fucking Rey figure? Rey is the most boring looking character. She's just a chicken fucking I'm sorry, toilet paper with a lightsaber. Finn is just a dude in a jacket with a blaster. Same with Poe. They all look boring. Like you compared to like even the OT and the prequels, which had dope design, especially the prequels. Like you would almost buy every character, even like the Jedi's that you know are gonna die or didn't have any real role. People will still buy those because it's like, oh, it's a cool design. And now it's just like they lost it, and then a lot of the play sets are just essentially stuff we already have. Oh, it's an X-wing, just black. Oh, a TIE fighter, but black and red. You know, it's just different color shit we already have versus like Jurassic. You know, they really like we're gonna release figures from all the movies, not just the new ones, but also we're gonna release stuff that kids want. Kids want a fucking Rex, you know, or a Raptor, or all the classic dinosaurs. And oh, they just released like a Brachiosaurus from like the original, like a big size one that he scales with the other ones. They know what kids fucking want. That's the difference. Even if people hated the movies, they understand, okay, well, kids will still buy dinosaur toys. It doesn't matter if the movies are bad, or if people think the movies are bad. So they understand their core fan base. It seems like Star Wars has lost that, so, it sucks. But, yeah, Jurassic is better than Star Wars at the moment, and I never thought I would say that, so. Just want to get that off my chest. I'm probably going to do another video this weekend. I'm going to probably do a video ranting on the MCU. It's going to be another why the MCU ruined video. They ruined Hulk and Thor. So we're going to go into that in my next video. But I just wanted to get that off my chest. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.